Welcome to Grim Dark Gains, a weekly podcast where we help you ascend from a scout into a Primarch. Today, we will be talking about things we wish we did differently when we first started lifting. But before we dive into today's topic, as usual, we'll chat about our life, lifting, and hobby. Hello, twin. How are you doing?
Hello, Alex. Matching shirt. I'm doing good, but I'm very sad. Extremely
Dude,
sad.
why are you
I
sad?
I finished a Imperial Guard book this morning, and it's the saddest book I have ever read. I think in all of Warhammer,
Dang.
probably in all books I've ever read.
So not sad because it was poorly written, but like actually sad ending.
Emotionally sad. Yeah, yeah.
Dang. What book was that?
I was used to get straight into my hobby. It's
Sure.
Dead Men Walking, which I have the picture of here. Dead Men Walking. I won't spoil too much in this episode, but it's a really good book. It's a really good book, listeners. If you want a good book, you should read it. This and Desert Raiders are the two most sad books I've ever read in Warhammer. Freaking
Dang.
Horus Heresy, Space Marine Slop got nothing on these guard books, I tell you.
Wow.
Uh, but
That's wild, dude.
yeah,
So can you read that without reading any other books?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Cool. I gotta read
Yeah,
that.
it's not part of a series or anything.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess it's the
Dang.
first like death. It might be it's the first or one of the first like deathcore novels written by this specific author. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's good. It
Dude,
has the deathcore in it and Necrons.
that's awesome, dude. I might have to check it out. Is it on a audiobook? Like, is it
Yep, yep. I was listening to the
readable?
audiobook. The guy
Sweet.
reading it's quite good as well. So.
Dude, excellent. I was actually just looking for, I have so much hobby ahead of me, so I was
Mm-hmm.
looking for an audiobook. So that's actually a great recommendation.
Good. It's top five books for me. Definitely.
Dang,
Yeah.
that good.
Yeah.
And you've read, I mean, I bet you've read over 100 Warhammer books.
Probably. Probably.
Yeah. Wow,
Uh,
that's awesome, dude.
yeah. Yeah. All
What a
right.
find.
Anyways, I'll just get right into my stuff. Might as well.
Dude, let's hear it.
As you can see here, I made some chicken katsu. It was quite good. I am pleased. Uh, we got the right breadcrumbs or whatever, and some katsu sauce. It's really good. I got the right oil
Nice.
this time. Other than that, this is a picture of a game of some Death Company versus Imperial Guard. Because I got those Blood Angels, which I think I showed last week,
Yes, you did.
and we're doing a little 1,000 point narrative report on the channel. This was a this was a practice game, a simulation, if you may, just to like
Sure.
test out the scenario that we want to do, where we left all the corpses on the table, which I think is fun. But the premise of the game, we were, I guess the premise of the game is that they were fighting orcs, and then the
Okay.
Death Company chaplain gets killed by a war boss, whatever, and then the Death Company turn on the guardsmen because they have no orcs left to kill, and they don't have anyone to guide them. So it's the Guard
Uh,
versus Death Company. This is because Braden's only painted army is Imperial Guard, and he's the only guy who can play old Warhammer with me. So that's why we're doing
wow.
it. But we're gonna do a special mission where he'll have guys scattered throughout the field because we were fighting, and his objective will be to get as many guys off the table edge as he can, so like running away, and my objective will be to kill as many guardsmen as I can, and we'll just see how
That's
it
cool.
goes. It should be fun.
If you haven't played it yet, you just laid out the table for it.
Oh, we played a game, like a practice game.
I see.
We
I
didn't
see.
do that
Cool.
specific scenario though. We just kind of set things up and fought, and then it went okay. So yeah, those
Cool.
Death Company Dreadnoughts are crazy. By the way, they have these
Really?
things called Blood Talons, where if you cause an unsaved wound, that allows you to roll an extra hit roll, and that goes on forever until you miss or don't wound someone. And these things are like strength 10, so they're just gonna blend anything in close. They had
Dang.
strength 10 and have 4 or 5 attacks on the charge. So you
That's
hit
pretty much
on,
just going to kill an infantry unit
yeah,
entirely.
yeah, you hit on threes for
That's
your
awesome.
average dude, and then you're winning on twos. You're probably at least gonna get three, and then you just keep going
Wow.
and going. Yeah, so I got
Wild.
up to like 6 to 8 kills in most of the times they were fighting. They also have grappling hooks; they can pull vehicles towards you, so they're
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool. Good old Matt
I
Ward.
love that.
Aside from that, I played this Middle Earth game, my Easterlings
Do
versus
that.
my friend's Grand Army of the South. He has the Golden King and some Khand. It was fun. I won. it was a good time going to
Nice.
a bit of a last minute planned tournament in the city over
No way.
north. Yeah, this weekend on Sunday. That's when.
Sweet,
So that'll be
sweet.
fun.
You
And
actually going this time?
yeah, yeah, I'm excited. Then I made
Uh,
a quick little video. What is canon? Just talked about stuff because I
yeah,
felt like talking about it. I wasn't
that's
into a
cool. Yeah, I
whole
gotta check it out. You look extra confused on
bunch. Very good. Very good.
on the image there.
Mm,
Dude, can you go back to the Katsu real quick?
yeah.
So if you zoom in at the top, shout out to Space King 3.
Yeah. I haven't even
Yeah.
watched. I haven't watched any of the Space Kings. I'm not gonna lie. Embarrassing.
Dude,
I
what?
know. I
What
know.
the heck, dude?
I'm a
It
fake
was
Warhammer fan.
they keep getting more hilarious, which I
Really.
don't know how they keep doing it. Dude, like I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil how hilarious everything is.
Well,
Please, and it's high quality too. It's not like meme level
uh,
hilarious. It's like
maybe I'll watch the first one today to cheer me up from that from the
you
guard book
should.
before I
It's
go work out.
it's very much like appealing to like me and you as an audience,
Yeah.
Warhammer nerds.
Yeah.
It's not appealing to the progressive
Yeah.
Warhammer nerds, let's put it this way.
Interesting. Interesting.
It's cool. It's really cool.
uh, how about you?
Um,
How are you, Sir Alex?
dude, I crushed hobby goals this
Oh,
week.
oh yeah. Also,
Now,
sorry. Before we start, I painted a ton of stuff. I didn't take any pictures though. So
dude, what are you doing?
I base coated, airbrushed three battle suits and like 15 fire warriors, and got like 10 crew base coated, and then I put the wash and the dry brush and highlights type stuff on the fire warriors on most of them. I put one layer
Nice.
of green on the
Dude,
Kroot. I washed and I dry brushed the crisis suits. So
wow.
I actually got a lot of painting done. They're not
Well, I don't
done,
believe you
but
because I don't see any
I
pictures,
know,
dude.
I know,
So
I
you could just
know.
be lying to me and our
I
audience.
know. Anyways, I see there's some nice looking squeaks here.
Yeah, dude, man. I just to preface this, I have a tournament now in about 2 weeks.
Hmm.
It's about 2 or 3 weeks. I think it's 2.5 weeks. And I'm looking at the amount of stuff I have yet to even build and then base and then prime and then paint. And I think I want to convert. Like I have this whole wyvern that I want to put a goblin on and
Wow.
put on this mushroom like
Bruh.
this. Like I have no idea. Like I keep going between being very excited about this and getting this done for a tournament to a feeling of complete dread and
uh,
recognizing that I don't think I can get it done. So I
yeah.
keep shifting between these two
Yeah.
all the time.
Well,
But I did get done the commitment I had from last week. I had to cheat a little bit and extend it to Monday, so I actually got them done yesterday. But this is the level I'm trying to get to with all my models, basically, right? This is for me personally my level as high as I can get to a tabletop standard.
yeah.
I can paint longer and to my, like maybe make it 15% better,
Hmm.
but it would take almost as much time per model,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To get it done. So it would only take twice as much time to make it 15% better. So this is for me my level of high quality tabletop, pretty much as high as I can go for a tabletop level that I'm not painting for like a painting competition.
These look quite nice. These look quite
Thank you,
nice.
thank you. I think it's one of those, and I know it's one of those levels where like you approach somebody, you see somebody's on me on the table, you ask them, "Oh, can I pick it up and look at it?" and you put it down. So like I'm happy to be at that level.
Hmm. Nice.
But yeah, so I got done the five squigs, the squig on a boss, and the manglers.
Nice.
Dude, my favorite part is on the mangler squigs. There's a little screaming mushroom
Yeah, I see that.
on the base. I
That's
love that.
awesome. That looks really good. You're quite the good
Thanks,
painter, sir, I must say. This kind of
dude.
stuff takes me eons to do. So,
It's all about time, right? The time I
mhm.
put into it. It just takes forever. Like for me to get models to that level of quality, I have to be excited about painting.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna paint Stormcast to that level because I just don't care about
Yeah.
Stormcast that much, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, even these fire warriors and suits and stuff, like, it probably took me 8 hours just to get all these things on, and I haven't even got to the hard part yet. Like, I haven't even added the extra details, and I haven't painted in the black of their fatigues or put in the reds
Yeah.
for the this crisis suit lights. Painting takes so long, which is why I don't
Dude,
do it very often.
it's funny how painting to a very basic, very minimum tabletop quality, I think doesn't take long, right? I think if you grind and if you're efficient with speed paints, not a long time.
Yeah.
But to paint to a high level you're comfortable with for anybody,
Yeah.
it takes, and I always forget, it takes so much longer.
Yeah.
I always bite off more than I can chew when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna paint this in a week, and like it took me 2 weeks.
Yep. Yep. Like this was 2 days worth of painting, and they're technically
Good,
tabletop ready, but they have
good.
no details filled in. They're just dry brushed and washed and
Sure.
all that stuff. So, but they
Sure.
probably have double the amount of time left to finish.
Right.
But because they're
Exactly.
being, I'm
Exactly.
having this battle report channel has been quite a good motivator
Good.
for painting. So
Good. That's helpful. If I find whatever motivators for you. For me lately, I've been trying to stay accountable and on YouTube, and I've been trying to post hobby commitments. And really, they're mostly for myself, and also it's partially for me to just get more comfortable with posting
mm,
content on YouTube. But yeah, basically every week I'll say lifting and a hobby commitment, and I will try to do it. And
yeah,
sometimes I fail, and that's okay. Like I'm not trying not to fail. I'm just trying to put it out there and stay accountable.
yeah. Fadehammer channel's doing pretty good. It's at like 300 subscribers or something.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I've been trying to be a bit more consistent on it.
Hmm. Very good. Lots of
All
memes.
right. Lots of memes. And then for this week, I haven't actually decided exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm honestly this week I'm going to try to build, base, and prime most things. I still have some things waiting in the mail to come over for the tournament, but I'm just trying to prime everything, which is a lot,
Mm.
a lot
This is a
of
big
stuff.
squig that you're holding.
Yeah, dude, it's like the size of my fist, right? It's a big old guy.
Wow,
Yeah,
funny
it's
guy.
a model from a Total War, actually.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember you talking about this
Illegal,
in the past.
illegal to get them now, but I got it before it was illegal. So,
Nice, very nice.
and by illegal, I mean in quotes.
Mm.
So I also finished reading Zombie Slayer.
Hmm.
We both finished reading good books. This one was almost heartbreaking.
Wow.
At the end of it, I thought a cool character died,
Hmm.
and then they didn't die. Spoilers.
Wow, very nice.
It was actually kind of lame in the way they didn't die,
Hmm.
because I was actually starting to like get emotional. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh no, they survived. I'm like,
Ah,
okay, cool,
yeah.
anticlimactic.
Warhammer does that sometimes. A lot of the
Yeah, a
time.
little
Yeah.
bit, a little bit. I mean, I would have been really sad, and I was happy they survived.
Mm.
But I'm not gonna. Uh, it was kind of a lame,
Yeah.
because it would have been a really cool way for them to go.
Hmm.
But
Huh.
so I actually need to purchase more books because
Oh.
I'm up to what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm finished with
Wow.
13 books in Godric and Felix series now, and I think there's a not that many more, but maybe 5 to 6 more
Oh,
in the old world.
what a long series.
It's a long series, yeah, man, and it's continuing in Age of Sigmar, so
Hmm.
it's hasn't even stopped technically.
And it's crazy that they're all pretty good. At the very least, they're all pretty good, right? Like even
Oh
the
yeah,
worst ones are still decent.
dude, so far they're excellent. I have heard a few people kind of warn me that like some of the later ones, like the last two or three,
Mm.
some people don't like, some people love, but so far I haven't had literally any qualms with any
Oh,
of the books. So
cool.
except Age of Sigmar books, they're okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not surprising, but it's a
Yeah.
better track record than the Horus Heresy. You can't go 10 books into
Oh
the
yeah.
Horus Heresy and enjoy every single
It
book.
is
But
wild how consistently good it is. Because it never jumps around in different stories with different characters. It's always
yeah, I
Gotrek
guess.
and Felix,
Yeah,
right? It always just follows
yeah.
them. And they have been consistent characters. It's not like one book Felix is like this heroic guy and another one he's a coward. Like no, he's consistently
Mm,
Felix, which is awesome. Like that's how you write good books.
yeah, yeah. All right, what else?
Uh,
So,
so as far as hobby, I did put a bunch of stuff for sale, and I think it
yeah.
actually was a big stone off my shoulders to not have these armies.
Mm,
So I have and I've I put really good deals for them.
yeah, you
Uh,
did.
yeah, yeah. So I have Zine still available. So if somehow by
Mm,
the time this podcast is out, and I haven't really reposted them, if it doesn't sell in a week, I'll probably put it on eBay.
fair.
But Zinj is still available. All the armies are 180, free shipping. Or if you somehow happen to live in Western PA, you can pick it up
Mm,
for 140. But Slaves to Darkness are sold,
yep.
and Zinch is still on the table, available. And doing the math, you're paying half, if not less than half,
Yeah,
of
that's
what you would
pretty
be
great.
buying retail.
You should
Yeah.
sell it on Secondhand Geek if it doesn't sell. My sponsor.
Secondhand Geek. Okay. All right. All right. I can contact them.
Mm. It's just a website.
Okay. Okay. And the last thing is me flexing in our
Classic.
merch, which
Epic.
is phenomenal. Which
Mm.
I've had a number of people reach out and ask, "Where's the shirt
Yeah.
from? Where can I when can I get it?" So we're still working on it. We have a guy working on
Yeah.
integrating everything
In
to the
sometime
sale.
in October, theoretically.
Sometime in October is the goal. Is the
Theoretically.
goal sometime in October. We have everything. We'll have for the first 25 orders, we have a little bonus plan. You'll get extra stuff. So yeah, pretty excited for it because
Yeah.
those are actually, I mean, these are comfortable shirts.
Yeah, bro.
These are these shirts
I
I go to
wear
the
it.
gym
I
with.
wear it consistently, and I wear it in
Yeah,
public as well, not just at the gym.
yeah,
So.
same, same. It's really a good fit. They're comfortable. They're not thin, right? So not like
Mhm.
wear out. And I
Yeah.
don't have like sometimes you have those oversized shirts and you'll get like holes in here.
Yeah.
I haven't had any
Yeah.
holes in here yet. So
Hmm.
it's really good quality shirt.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good quality shirt.
Very cool stuff.
Awesome, dude. Sounds like pretty good weeks of hobby
Yeah.
and lifting for both of us.
Yeah. Oh, I also booked our Japanese trip stuff. I don't know if that counts as hobby, but that's a thing.
Dude, I didn't
Uh,
know you're going to Japan again.
well, maybe I didn't mention it.
Yeah.
Uh, we have the first 2 months booked. Might go for three. We're gonna see. So
Well, you're going to Japan for 3 months?
yes, yeah.
Dude,
Because I can
what?
stay for
I did
90
not know
days without a
this.
visa. So the original plan, I wanted to go live there for a year, while we just had some people living in our house back here.
Yeah, sure.
But Adrian was not too keen on going for a whole year, so
Dude,
we
that's
settled for three
awesome.
months. But yeah, it's exciting.
Wow.
It's exciting. It's less economical to go for 3 months.
Sure.
Quite a lot more expensive. In fact, the 3 months staying there of Airbnb is the same as 1 year of staying in an apartment, but it's fine. It was really hard to find month to month apartments there. They're mostly 1 year minimum, but it's like
Sure.
five
Dude, that's
hundred bucks a
exciting.
month. Hmm?
That's exciting.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm excited
yeah,
for you.
yeah. But anyone who like likes it though, it's like 500 bucks a month for a year lease for an apartment there, and the food's
That's
cheap. Like it's super cheap to live there,
oh,
as long as you're making money, obviously. But
sure. Sure. You have to have a job that you can work online or virtually.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So for you, it's like perfect.
yeah.
Actually, I might consider it. I didn't know that was that cheap.
Oh yeah. I mean, even the Airbnbs are cheap. Like it's the same as like rent or mortgage around here, honestly, which is
Mhm.
pretty dang good. A month Airbnb. Tokyo's expensive. I think the Tokyo one is like 2,000 bucks for a month,
Sure.
which is a lot
Sure.
of money. But it's like for rent, it's not that much crazier than what rent is around here.
Yeah.
And then in Osaka, our Airbnb is like 1,200 for the month, which is not bad
Dude,
at all. So
that's like normal rent
yeah,
anywhere.
exactly.
Anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, you live in like towns here. If you live downtown, that's what you're gonna pay.
yeah,
Like
and
close to
that's
college, that's what
Canadian.
you're paying.
That's Canadian. Remember.
Right.
So
Oh my goodness,
that's
dude.
like 800
Dude,
USD, bro. Like yeah,
dude, let's go. And you live in a place with somebody else. It's not like you're,
yeah,
wasting time
yeah,
in a house. That's the only thing I would be concerned is like I'm paying mortgage for my house
yeah.
and I'm paying rent. So,
Yeah,
hmm,
we'll have two roommates living here while we're gone at least, so
sure.
they're covering at least a decent chunk of it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. That's exciting, man.
Anyways,
I'm
anyways.
excited for you. Can you speak Japanese?
No, but I actually my I scheduled my first lesson for today. Actually, tonight I have an
Cool.
online
Cool.
tutor like demo lesson thing. So
Good. Good.
yeah,
Awesome, man. That's exciting, dude. I'm excited. I'm very excited for it.
yeah, me too.
Well, shall we get into our topic?
Yes,
Okay,
certainly.
so we're talking about things we wish we did differently when we first started lifting, right?
Hmm.
So, um, I've been lifting since I was a teenager, but I would say I've been really lifting properly, like with the principles we discuss, since 21, so last 7 years.
Hmm.
And Eli, you've been lifting for how long now?
Um, I started getting into it around the age of 14, and I've
Mhm.
probably only been doing it properly since I was like 21, 22. So,
So similar.
yeah. So
I
I've
think
been,
that's a
yeah.
normal for a lot of people,
Yeah.
right? Like in high school, you get bad advice from social media or your bros,
Yeah.
and it's still better than nothing. But we've had maybe about half of our lifting careers doing things we could have done better
Mm,
and seen better results, right?
yeah. Yeah.
So if you're listening and doing those things, stop doing them, and we'll
Hmm.
tell you what to do.
Hmm.
All right, so we'll just go back and forth until one of us runs out, and we'll just keep going.
Hmm.
So the first one I put on the list is following a good program
Hmm.
because I feel like I haven't got that for the longest time. I would just go to the gym, I would not have a plan, Sometimes I would, because I didn't have a plan, I would be almost too intimidated to even do any kind of working out. I would just go on the treadmill for a while,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And maybe do some calisthenics or something afterwards. But having a good program would have been really helpful. Or you just go with your bros and you do like whatever feels fun and nice. Usually that meant skipping legs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or just doing machine.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm boring you.
Oh, man. That's fine. I
So,
haven't I haven't had any caffeine yet because I pulled up to the
dude,
gym and it was closed, so I have to go after this. So I have saved. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. One more thing. I found my illegal pre-workout. I found some samples left of it, and it was awesome. I love it so much. It's legal in the States. It's illegal in Canada.
Jack
It's
3D or is it?
no, it's just the Edge of Insanity Psychopharma stuff. It has yohimbine in it, which is what's the illegal part. But it's epic. Anyways, keep going. Sorry.
So also take that if you
Not
if
if
you
you're a
want to go to
beginner.
the gym.
Not if you're a beginner.
Not if you're a beginner.
Uh,
Dude, I kind of want to try that.
it's
I heard
really
good
good.
things about Yohimbine.
It's really good.
All right, but what do you think about programming?
Yeah, it's important naturally. Um, just following something consistent is obviously the most important when you're young and starting off, or whenever you're starting off. It's not the one. It's not the number one thing I would tell myself because I had more issues than that.
Sure.
And I mean, like, as long as you're going to the gym and working out in general, you're gonna make progress. But if you have a good program, you'll make so much progress so quickly. So yeah.
Yeah. What would be your number one thing you wish you did differently?
Uh, Bulked. I wish I bulked. I wish I had stopped cutting.
Yeah.
I almost wish I never cut at all from the very start. But I was a chubby kid, so it made sense to lose like 20 pounds. But I've told the story on the channel before. I tried to lose weight for like 2 years straight because I just wanted the epic six pack. I wanted to be jacked and lean and stacked and but it was stupid. I should have just spent the 3 months and I lost like 20 or whatever pounds in that summer. Then I should have bulked and I probably would have
Yep.
gained so much muscle. I probably would have advanced my progress by like 3 years compared to what it is now. I probably would have been 3 years ahead from where I am
Yeah.
now if I did that. So,
Especially because your capacity to build muscle is so high when you're a beginner.
yep, I spent
Yeah.
all my newbie gains cutting for 2 years straight, which is very, very sad.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's so true. Do you ever see guys who are like already relatively thin and they start cutting as well because they see all
yeah,
these like
yeah,
aesthetic influencers online? I'm like, sometimes I see those like, and they'll post a progress pic and I just see them go from skinny to skinnier.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing? You just found crazy lighting, you have some pump, and you have crazy definition because you're just skinny now. But that's not
Mm-hmm.
like you're wasting so much progress.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're skinny fat, you should bulk. Like literally 99% of the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because your metabolism is slow, right? It's gonna be so
mm-hmm.
much, it's so hard to cut when you are skinny fat because your maintenance is so low already because you don't have
Yep,
any muscle.
yep,
Build some muscle, then cut.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, my next one would be, and that's it sounds like we're doing more personal experience, is training with good form.
Mm.
I I feel like I injured myself and hurt myself every 3 months in the first few years of training
Wow.
because I would do something wrong, right? Because I just didn't know what to do. I just didn't know good form.
Mm,
So I would just try to mimic what I saw other people doing, but I didn't know how to brace myself.
mm,
And I would hurt myself all the time. I mean, I remember because I was never an athletic kid, right? So I was
yeah,
this chubby kid, not very athletic, so I didn't have like the built-in athleticism and muscle.
yeah.
So, I mean, I remember hurting myself doing bicep curls, hurting my back because I was swinging so much, right? So like
Jeez.
it helps you avoid injury, it helps you target the muscles correctly. And on this channel, we don't recommend perfect form. You don't have to worry about super meticulous everything exactly right, but enough to avoid injury.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a big one for me.
Hmm. I didn't really have that issue too poorly, honestly.
Good. Good.
I was too scared to deadlift for the first like 3 years of lifting, so I
Sure.
just didn't touch anything like that. I was pretty
Sure.
obsessive. I got pretty into it very quickly and was very obsessive about everything, so I learned all the form pretty decently, I think. Um,
That's huge.
yeah, but I guess that'll go into my thing. I wish I don't know, somehow could have taught myself how to train hard because I was never training hard enough in my opinion. I
Mm,
could
okay.
have been training harder. Uh, That's not really, that's
Was it a
not
failure or just total volume?
just closer to failure. I think just
Okay.
working harder, lifting heavier. I think a lot of that was also just because I was trying to lose weight the whole time, so I probably never really
Sure.
was able to train as hard as
Sure.
I wanted. But yeah, tell myself to train harder, to push further, and all that stuff. That's something you kind of just learn over time, though.
Yeah, I think it's yeah, definitely something you learn over time. And I think especially if nobody tells you to train close to failure,
Yeah,
it's like have you seen those those memes? And it's somebody giving like gym advice instead of lifting things that are heavy, just lift things that are lighter because it's easier.
yeah, yeah. Silly.
You don't get the same results.
Yeah.
All right, my next one is actually getting enough protein.
Mm.
When I was younger, in my teens, going to the gym, I thought I was getting enough protein, but I didn't do the math. So I'm like, oh, I'm having a protein bar. I'm having a protein shake after the workout, and I'm having a couple eggs for breakfast,
Right.
right? And I was at like 70 grams of protein for the day,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So I actually pay attention to your protein. 1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight is a good number to shoot for. Even if you don't quite get to it, you're probably good. But aiming for that 1 gram per pound of body weight or per pound of desired body weight is what we recommend. But yeah, I did not get enough.
Fair.
And I think it definitely inhibited some of the progress and some of the muscle building potential in
Mm-hmm.
my few first years of training.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't have a huge issue with protein stuff. But what I did do poorly that I would tell myself is to eat more healthy on the bulk and know when to stop.
Sure, sure.
I was not great. I remember some days going to the gym with my friend Abby and then going to McDonald's like immediately after and getting like four sandwiches of some kind, two Big Macs or two junior
Dude,
chickens, two McDoubles, stuff like that, fries,
I remember
pop.
those days. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was I just like at one point I somehow transitioned into a full dirty bulk even though I was already kind of fat
Kind of fat.
at that point. And then I just got really fat, and then I went to Europe, and then I got really fat, and like I could barely fit in the freaking Switzerland shower at the Airbnb. I remember that.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, it was I was a bit of a meatball, a bit of a leviathan, as I said. I like peak cut or the worst part of it, I guess you could say, I was like 120 pounds, slightly less, I think, even. And then peak bulk, I was like 180 pounds. So it was quite the
Dang.
drastic. And that was in the span
60
of
pound
like,
difference.
that
Holy
was in,
crap.
yeah, the span of like a year and a half, probably. So I
Wow.
was really fat. There was not that much muscle to
Yeah,
it. And yeah,
gaining weight faster is not
it's just
a
dumb. It just
recipe
doesn't,
for more muscle.
yeah, it doesn't benefit you at all. Like,
No,
yeah,
no. Unless you're super skinny and you have high capacity for building muscle, which yours doesn't
yeah,
happen.
and I was
Yeah,
super skinny, but I was also fat before,
right.
so I still had all those fat cells. Like,
Right, exactly. Exactly. That's actually a very good point. Fat cells don't go away. They stay there
yeah, and I probably gave
for the
myself
rest of
plenty
your
more.
life.
So,
Right.
yeah,
Actually, it is on my list, dirty bulk, down the line, but I'm glad you covered it. Just
mm,
don't dirty bulk.
yeah,
You probably will. The reality is you probably will. You probably will go through it. You probably recognize you made a mistake. But if you can, don't.
yep,
There's your capacity to build muscle is very slow. It's faster as a beginner, but it slows down more and more the more consistent, the more intermediate and advanced you get.
yep,
So
yep.
don't dirty bulk, clean bulk
Mm-hmm,
or lean bulk.
mm-hmm,
Okay, next one for me kind of goes into following a good program, is prioritizing compound lifts. I think maybe a couple years in, I started really prioritizing them. But for a while, when I didn't have good programming, I learned what good programming was. I was just doing fun things,
yeah,
right? Curls, arm stuff, quad extensions, hamstring curls. I wasn't doing like any squats for the longest time,
mm-hmm,
or deadlifts even, right? Or even, I mean, bench press I was doing pretty early on. But yeah, just you get so much value out of it. You don't have to, always do them every single workout. But especially if you're limited in only 3 workouts a week, you probably should make it your meat and potatoes of
yeah,
your workout.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I learned bench and squat pretty easily, quickly, but
Good.
like I said, I didn't touch deadlift for a long time. Uh,
Yeah.
I should have done more of it. My biggest problem was just diet. At the end of the day, like it
Sure,
wasn't really
sure.
training, but I think I would tell myself to get a coach if possible. I don't know if I would have
Okay.
been able to afford it as a high school
Sure.
kid, but if I either found a good coach or a good mentor, because if I made a ton of progress when I first met my bodybuilding coach and was working with him, and that was just like 2 years ago. And I made a ton of progress 2 years ago after lifting for like 10 years. So
Right.
if I had that when I first started lifting in the first place, I it would have been substantially better. And like even watching my friends who I coached for a bit back in the day for free, just working with them, they made way more progress than I ever did when I
Yeah.
first started out, and they got pretty jacked pretty quickly. So like
Yeah.
nose itchy. I definitely think having a coach is very good if you can find one that you can afford and you're just starting out. Maybe you can cut a deal with some guy. Like honestly, if I had some random teenager kid wanting to work with me and he could only pay me $50 a month, like yeah, totally, because you're gonna look awesome in a year and that'll be great progress pictures for me to post about clients in
Sure.
the future. So like
Sure.
maybe you can cut a deal
Sure.
with a coach or something. So
Yeah, and the extra pair of eyes is just always helpful,
yeah,
right? I mean,
taking other people's advice.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. If they're qualified, right?
yeah,
If they're qualified, if it doesn't smell like BS, but yeah,
yeah,
just even having an extra pair of eyes, like even if somebody is not necessarily more qualified than you, right? Let's say they're on the same level, they will notice things in your programming that you just t tend to ignore,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, I,
Cool.
yeah. My parents and friends would consistently tell me like, "Haven't you been dieting long enough? You're like, you don't need to lose any more weight." And I was like, "Nah, they're stupid. They don't know what. They don't understand. I mean, I want to be jacked." And yeah,
Yeah, who I
shits.
listen to is when my mom, and moms are always love you, my mom always give you, you're not eating enough, you
Yeah.
look beautiful, my boy. When my mom starts telling me like, "Oh, you're looking filled out. Looking a little soft." When my mom starts telling me that, I'm like, "All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
I'm fat."
That's
That
quite
was a
funny.
couple years ago. I did a bit of a dirty bulk.
Hmm.
Not crazy dirty bulk, but probably 5 pounds, 10 pounds more than I should be at my max level. And she's like, have you thought about like losing weight? And when your mom tells you that, you're like,
Yeah.
all right, it's
Hey,
time.
hey.
It is time.
Is your mom Russian?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and
Is
she's all pro cooking good food and feeding me,
yeah,
right? I mean, when she's here, I barely cook because she
yeah, yeah,
makes food at their house and I bring it home.
yeah,
But she's also like, hey, she's very health conscious. She's like, if I start getting
yeah.
fat, she's like, tells me.
Yeah, I could have a funny like Russian babushka type lady saying to eat more food, like
Oh, my
grandma type
grandma,
thing. Yeah.
dude. Every time I call my grandma on video, she's like, "Have you lost weight?" Regardless, if I've lost weight, gained weight, it's always the same.
Babushka's
It's
Russian, right?
hilarious.
Or is it Ukrainian?
Babushka's Russian, yeah.
Same
Mhm.
area.
It's Eastern
Yeah.
Europe. It's Eastern
Okay.
Europe, so
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
a lot of languages shared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a while.
Okay. Okay. Calm down.
Oh,
Hey.
good. Do you have another big one?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what it was in the first place, but I kind of lost. Oh, I guess I don't know, an easier one. Don't run so much. Don't do so much freaking
Yeah,
cardio.
dude.
That was my like. I mean, that just goes back into stop cutting and start bulking. But I was running so much. I was running a 10K like almost every day on the
That's
treadmill.
crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy work, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, on the I think on this channel we say that cardio is not as scary as some people make it out to be,
yeah,
right? But also like 10K a day is
yeah,
definitely tapping into how much muscle you're going to retain.
yeah. It was definitely
And
not good. I was pretty good at running. I could run
yeah,
10K on the treadmill in like 40 minutes or whatever, 40, 45 minutes, which is
that's
decent,
awesome.
I think. I don't know. Uh, it was stupid.
10K is what, 5 miles, 3 miles, right? No, no, not 3 miles.
No, it'd be like 6 miles, I think, give
Six
or take.
miles. Okay.
Actually, there's probably I don't know. I don't know. 16 kilometers would be 10 miles.
Yeah, 6.2 miles. That's pretty good. Yeah, 40 minutes.
I don't
And
know.
if you care about running, like do it, right? But if you're caring about building muscle, losing fat, it's fine, but you kind of have to manage how much cardio you do so you don't end up losing more muscle than you'd like.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
next big one is sleep. Dude, for the longest time, I just nobody really told me,
yeah,
right? Like people tell you, oh, you need to get good sleep, but they don't really tell you why.
yeah,
Once I found out that like getting good sleep makes you build more muscle and lose more fat. I'm like, oh, holy crap, I need to prioritize it.
Hmm.
But for years, I mean, years, I would stay up super late, wake up super early to the point where even into adulthood, it's hard to manage my sleep because those habits I built in teenage years.
Yeah.
And it's something I still tend to like go back and forth with,
Mm.
but obviously much better when I was a teenager.
Yep.
But come on, like I feel like I missed out on so many results,
Yeah.
so many gains just because, and you're like, why? I'm working out, my diet is more or less locked in, I'm following a good program now. Why am I not seeing results?
Hmm.
Well, because you're sleeping 6 hours a night, 5 hours a night on average.
Yeah.
So sleep, lock it in early. It's like literally 80% of clients I see don't have good sleep.
Yeah.
And sometimes I even get somebody who has relatively good programming, been doing this for a while, nutrition is okay, stress is well mostly okay, but they sleep like 5 hours during the weekdays and then 9 hours on the weekends.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just not good for you.
Yeah.
Come on.
I did value sleep, but I was an
Yeah.
insomniac for like all of high school. I could never sleep. My family was always moving around at night or like talking in the basement in the room where beside my room, so like it would always just wake me up. And I'm still a really light sleeper and have a hard time sleeping sometimes, but it's not nearly as bad. And I'm starting to realize that there's probably a decent chance that my insane diet was part of why I could never sleep. It was probably
Maybe.
messing up my brain. I don't know.
Like too many calories or too little
Too
calories in you?
little, too little calories.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. I don't
How
know though.
so?
I don't know. I
Hmm.
I was just hungry all the time. Probably tired but not sleepy. I don't know. I'm sure it was just messing up hormones and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it could be. I mean, I don't know if I mentioned the channel often, but I did have an eating disorder in
Mm-hmm.
high school, and I remember during that time because you're hungry all the time, right? This was anorexia,
Yeah.
and I remember like intentionally like, man, okay, if I'm super hungry, I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna think
Yeah.
about
I
breakfast,
thought
something with
I also did that a lot. Yeah.
right. I mean, yours was not that bad, hopefully, but
It's probably
um,
I don't know. It's probably similar. Like if we I don't know
dang,
if I
really?
posted the pictures of me, but it was definitely at least borderline eating disorder. And there
Oh
I
wow,
had times where I would like binge eat a bunch of stuff and like then like hate
same.
myself for a few couple days or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know. Just some 14, 15-year-old dummy, but
Yeah, I mean, dude, maybe you did have an eating disorder.
probably I
High
probably
five.
did.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people in the gym fitness industry flirt with that without recognizing
Yeah.
it. And like, we're not going to say that tracking your macros and getting to your protein goals eat disorder. Like, that's some people say that tracking calories eating is like, come on, stop.
Yeah.
But obsessive behavior, when your quality of life goes down significantly because of your diet,
Hmm.
when you think about food all the time, and that influences every single thing you do, uh, there's probably some disordered eating behavior.
Yeah. Yep. I think that would be something I would tell myself is, well, a couple of things. Stop trying different things and just stick to something.
Yeah.
Because I would try like fasted cardio and get up at 5 a.m. because I had school at 8 because, high school. Or I would try intermittent fasting or no carbs, stuff like that. And it never really worked out. Like every time I
Yeah.
tried intermittent fasting, I would just binge eat a bunch of stuff at like 8 p.m. And then,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it was like
It works for
stuck.
some people, but it really doesn't work for most.
Yeah.
Like fasting is a way of dieting is not my favorite tool for most people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
What was I even saying before? I don't even remember. What the heck? Oh, yeah, with like the eating disorder stuff. I think it just comes with maturity, but like just getting out of the whole body dysmorphia, eating disorder, cultures type stuff. Because I think, I mean, like I obviously had a big issue with that personally without having Instagram and stuff at that time. But
Yeah.
nowadays, I think Instagram and stuff just makes it worse. Not even because it shows people more jacked than you, but because it shows people talking about, I have body dysmorphia all the time. And so it's like, oh, it's a normal
Mm.
thing. Everybody feels this way. I also feel this way. Wow, this is completely normal and everyone has it. And everyone who lifts and goes to the gym has
I
body
see what you mean.
dysmorphia. And it's completely fine. Like, no, it
Like
just,
normalize.
it's like it's not normal. It's not supposed to be normal if you
Yeah.
like I really understand now that it's a lot of it is just like a maturity thing and getting out of that area of fitness and coming to terms with yourself and accepting yourself for who you are and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That's so true. That's so true. There's so much, and on so many, different ends of the spectrum on social media to the point where I have to sometimes mute people. Like it's like those debates you see people like I like some of the content they produce, but I have to mute
Yeah,
them, some of those creators, because all they do is bring people down based
yeah,
on their physiques
yeah,
and compare themselves and like, oh, I'm in much better shape than this guy, and I've only been training for 5 years, and this guy's on steroids. I'm like, shut up. Like you're
yeah.
not helping anybody. You're just adding toxicity to the community, and you're not building people up. You're just bringing people down.
Mm,
And like some of the other stuff you do and say, but this stuff, it brings people down so much. And then we have the other end is like, oh, you're beautiful at every size, you're gonna be healthy and be
yeah,
obese. And then it's
yeah.
like, okay,
A lot of silly
stop,
stuff. And to be
stop.
fair, when both of us, when we started lifting, that wasn't even, none of that stuff was a thing, really.
No,
It was
no.
like, I think we probably, ironically, even though we were really bad at taking the advice we were given, we probably grew up in the golden age of like fitness,
Yeah,
social media, because there were
yeah,
no fitness influencers at the time. It was pretty
yeah.
much solely educational, like Buff Dudes, and even like and like Athlete X, even like snake oil guys like V Shred and stuff like that. They were like scamming people, but it was still based. It was still education at the end of the day. They weren't like, here's my
They were
life.
comparing and
Yeah,
yeah,
they
building
were
people
they
up.
weren't just fitness influencers who film their life and show you how jacked they are and then say buy this product. At
Right.
least they had to put some effort into it, I guess. But
Yeah,
we had seriously though, we had like guys like Buff Dudes and I don't know, Omar Esoff was a guy, Clarence Kennedy, Athlete X
yeah.
again, like some real
And like
classic, like a lot of people, Furious Pete, a lot of people with like actual good
I remember
intentions, with complete good
that.
intentions at the heart,
Yeah,
just dudes who picked up a camera and were like shared their fitness and nutrition stuff just for
yeah,
fun at that point, and yeah, good
yeah.
old days.
I feel like we still have that. You just have to sift through the garbage.
Yeah,
I mean, the
yeah,
person that comes to mind in that style right now is Will Tennyson.
yeah. True,
That
true. He is
like
very
is
reminiscent
exactly
of that stuff. Yeah,
yeah, I feel like he is exactly that. He just, talks about what works for him. He explains things as he understands them, right? Sometimes good, sometimes bad, but he just talks. He's just a dude, right?
yeah,
Um, and I like that.
yeah,
I like that, right? He
yeah,
doesn't really have an agenda.
yeah.
Doesn't seem like obviously he's trying to make some money from the YouTube
Oh
channel,
yeah,
but
yeah.
still, it's
Yeah. But he doesn't he makes enough money from the stuff that he does that he doesn't need to sell you a million different things, right?
a
So
gimmicky
bunch of
thing.
snake
Yeah,
oil, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is cool. So
yeah.
it was the culture was just way different back then, I
Yeah,
think.
and it's always going to be
I
shifting,
think
and people are going to try to pursue what sells, regardless of the
yeah,
morality of it.
yeah.
And you just have to recognize that and recognize how it affects you,
Yeah.
right? Is it affecting you in a positive way or a negative way?
I think the closest thing we had to a fitness influencer was like Rich Piana type guys back then because
Sure,
he
sure.
literally did just film his life and like make
Dude,
random stuff. But I think he was just like it was just like goofy stuff, like random stuff he was doing. Like it still felt
this
different.
one is the hour arm workout. It
Yeah,
was a 12-hour arm
eight,
workout.
8 hour arm workout, I believe.
8 hour
Yeah.
arm workout, dude. I've never done. Have you
Mm,
ever done the 8 hour arm
no,
workout?
no,
Dude,
it's funny
Chuck,
though.
we have him on the podcast. He has done the eight
Really?
hour arm workout.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
It
I
was
remember.
awful. He really
Oh
enjoyed it,
man,
but it was like
wow.
disgusting.
I remember watching like Juji Mufu and those guys do it at one point. I think you're supposed to do like an hour and then a protein shake and then an hour, then a protein shake, something like that.
I think so. I don't
That
remember.
was awesome. I still like like the Rich Piana theme gets stuck in my head still, like
Oh, it's
consistently.
classic, man.
Oh man,
Classic.
yeah,
That's
good
cool.
times. Early 2000s were really the golden age of our society. Holy cow!
It's
I
just, I think it's just saturated, right? It wasn't as saturated before,
Yeah,
and now it's saturated, and now you can still have a good time in it.
yeah,
You just have to kind of sift through the garbage.
yeah,
And that's why you listen to Grimdark
yeah. Those
Games.
Grimdark Games guys have pretty good advice. Not gonna
Dude,
lie.
they're so handsome too, especially
Yeah.
this Eli guy. Just chef's kiss.
Ah, ah. Hmm.
On that note, I do want to say the big thing that I've learned, and honestly, it's kind of a always have to relearn and remind myself, is just don't compare yourself to others.
Yeah,
Be inspired by others, be encouraged by others, listen to their advice if it's good. But bottom line, this is about you, right?
mhm,
And what's best for you and how can you, it's you against you. Can you
yeah,
get better? Can you get fitter? Can you improve your quality of life, your mental health, your strength, your heart health, whatever you're trying to improve, your confidence, your physique, whatever, right? But it's about you. If you get into the trap of comparing yourself to others, you'll just never be happy. You will literally always be in the a place where you hate yourself
Yep.
because you'll never look as jacked as Sebum.
Yep. I think it's okay to not like how you look. That's not like a terrible thing. But you have to also be okay with where you're at and not.
I think it's important to be
It needs,
objective.
yeah, it needs to not be like mental anguish when you look in the mirror. It can be like,
Yes.
oh, I'm kind of fat right now. I'd like to be leaner. I'm gonna work
Yeah.
towards that. That's completely healthy and normal. But if you look
Yeah.
in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, I hate who I am. I'm so disgusting and fat and terrible. I need to lose 1,000 billion pounds, and I'm gonna eat nothing for the next week. Like, okay, then
Yeah.
you got some issues. So you should
I
work
think
through
the
that.
truth is somewhere in the middle, right? Like you have to be objective about your physique, and
Mm,
you want to have people who surround you who are objective about your physique. They won't tell you, like, let's say, like you said, you have a bit of fat to lose. They won't tell you, oh, you're beautiful as you are, never change. But they also won't be like, dude, you are freaking ugly and nobody loves you. And if you only got a
yeah.
six pack, you would have a wife. Like, okay, no, either one is not good. Even though some gentle bullying I think can be helpful,
Yeah.
uh,
Oh, that
if it's
reminds
the
me.
right people.
That reminds me. I would tell my younger self that losing weight does not get you a girlfriend. That's not how it works.
Dude, what? That's what
Uh,
I'm trying to do. Are you kidding
uh,
me? Wait,
uh,
I thought getting jacked gets you girls.
uh.
What? What?
That's why I lost weight in the first place. That's why I lost weight in the first place was to like get out of the friend zone with this one
I
chick.
get zero girls.
Yep,
But
didn't work.
I will say, the confidence that lifting brings
Yeah,
can make you
yeah,
attractive.
yeah,
I have noticed that some more girls find me attractive now than before I was lifting, let's say, which even though I was
yeah,
an awkward teenager. Um, but I will say the confidence you build from it is probably more important than the actual physique. But absolutely, it's all about dudes. And especially once you get to like I would say both of us are definitely at a point where like people look at us and like, oh, you lift weights,
mm,
right? Any more than that, like when you really start really building muscle, like noticeable muscle, more
mm,
so than even an average fitness goer, girls don't care
yeah, yeah. Some of
in
them might
general.
not even like it.
Some of them might be like, oh, that's too much,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
Most girls
absolutely.
do not like Reuters. I can tell you that much. Most like
Oh,
the
100%.
girls are not really into the bodybuilding physique, and
Like mass,
dudes,
especially massive
yeah,
guys,
yeah. Which
absolutely not.
actually
Some are.
kind of goes back to the origins of bodybuilding being a bit susus amogus, one could say. Mister Weeder was an odd fellow, uh,
Really?
but yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
I'm not actually don't know about that.
Yeah,
You should do a podcast on
there's
that.
a lot of the bodybuilders back in Arnold's time not only did bodybuilding, but they also Mr. Weeder or whoever also had them shoot in a lot of magazines for a different area of shirtless jacked guys. If you know what I
Hmm.
mean.
Like Space Marine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I
uh,
went to Warhammer.
yeah, but I mean, like that kind of. I think that's obviously it's not exactly erotic anymore. It's not really that
Sure,
kind of
sure.
thing, especially early 2000s, 90s to 2010s bodybuilding, which was the coolest in my opinion. The math monsters. Most people don't like that, but I think people like Jay
Sure,
Cutler
sure.
and Kevin Levrone look awesome.
Dude,
So
I agree.
definitely the most
Yeah.
unhealthy
Oh
phase of
yeah.
bodybuilding. But we still
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
it, and it's still getting even worse for being unhealthy in my opinion. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
It is interesting. It is really interesting. Like being the most massive and aesthetic at the same time is such a hard thing to do, right? And there's absolutely no health involved in that.
yeah,
It's hard work. It's a sport, but
yeah,
it's not about health.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
Um,
anything else?
do you have any else? I have a couple more small ones, but do you have any else, other big ones?
I think easy. I would just tell myself the only supplements you need are creatine, protein powder, pre workout, and then various vitamins and
Yeah,
minerals.
if you need them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Another one for me, and I think it once again goes into a good form, is continuing to work out despite an injury.
Mm,
I would work out, I would tweak my shoulder, and I'd be like, "Ugh, don't be weak, David Goggins. I'm gonna push through the injury," and I would hurt myself, and then I would not work out for a week, right? Freaking
mm,
stupid.
mm,
And then the last thing is all or nothing mentality. And I still see people all the time do that, just all the time, where they'll skip a workout and they're just done. Man, oh my goodness, my program is 4 days a week. It's already Wednesday and I haven't worked out. I start next week. Just don't worry about it. And this week I'm just gonna be fat and eat whatever I want. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's
You can
such a
still get
defeatist
pre-workout.
mindset. It's very
Yeah,
sad.
and it happens all the time
Yeah.
because we have an all or nothing mentality with everything, diet, training, supplementation, anything. So just ignore that. If you failed, get up and start right now,
Hmm.
right? And it's hard to learn, takes a lot of grace and patience, but get out of all or nothing mentality. You'll make so much more progress.
Hmm.
Any progress is better than nothing.
Yeah. Yep.
So do something. Do
Now,
something.
I think if we have pictures, we should have pictures of ourselves before we were lifting, or like in the worst parts of it. Maybe those will show up on the thumbnail.
Dude, yeah, I'll send you a picture. I had when I was peak eating disorder, I was freaking skinny, tiny guy.
Me too.
I'll send you a picture.
All right.
Awesome.
Are we all good?
All right. Well, if you are ready to start your fitness journey and avoid those mistakes, go to grimdarkgains.com. We created an 8-week Nerds Complete Guide to Nutrition and Fitness, literally talking about everything you need to do. It's not that expensive. I wish I had it when I started. It talks
Seriously.
everything about nutrition, lifestyle training, mentality. It gives you a bunch of workout programs. It's a really good value for what you get. For more Warhammer and fitness content, check out our Instagram pages at Grimdark Gains. You can also find a link to our Discord and a great but slightly autistic community. You can find Eli at Deadlifts for the Dark Gods on Instagram and YouTube, and you can find myself at fit_hammer on Instagram and just fithammer on YouTube. Thank you, and until next time, stay Warhammer strong.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.